Alright everyone, hello, and welcome to the final DLC character of Injustice Gods Among Us for the Season 1 pass, okay? His name is General Zod. He is a classic character from Superman comics and lore. He actually became mainstream popular when he was the main villain in the Superman 2 movie from the 1980s. And they decided to make him the last DLC character. And I'm happy about that because he's actually a mainstream DC villain, okay? So he is actually from Krypton, just like Superman. And he is a general who's basically coming to Earth. In some stories, he's there to conquer Earth. In other stories, he's just coming there to find Superman. So it all depends on what story you're reading. But I'm not sure what Zod this is supposed to be in Injustice. He's bald, which I believe he's been in the comics several times. But for the movies, he's always had hair, so I guess I'm assuming this is not the movie-style Zod. Although I have heard rumors that actually there will actually be a skin for Zod that will make him look like the character from Man of Steel, which was just released recently. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is a quick walkthrough here of Zod. I'm going to show you all of his moves. I'm going to show you his special moves, his trait, his super, some combos that I figured out, and then we're going to actually later on jump into his classic ladder mode and arcade mode, but this is the tutorial video where I'm going to show you his basics, okay? So, Zod is an interesting character. What we're going to do is go through all his special moves and show you what they are. He seems to be a zoning style character, meaning even though he does have a couple moves and a couple combos up close, it seems like primarily he's going to try to keep you at mid to far range and try to deal damage in that regard. So let me show you a few things here. His sidearm special move, back, forward, and X. Alright, and then if you actually meter burn that, it's a multiple hit and increased damage, okay? We've got Kryptonian Rifle, which is a single shot move that creates a bounce. And in the corner you can actually follow up after it, but it's actually very slow. So it's actually kind of hard to do anything. I'm thinking you may be able to do like that 2-hit combo. Or there you go, maybe 1 or 2 other hits after it, okay? If you meter burn it, it becomes a 3-hit juggling projectile that launches the character far into the air. Now the closer you are, the harder it is to get all 3 projectiles to hit. See, if you're a little bit further away, that's why I said he's kind of a mid-range character. You can get all 3 to hit, and then you can do a combo juggle afterwards if they're near the corner, okay? He also can do that rifle in midair, and if you do it in midair and you meter burn it, it actually turns into a fully covering attack that hits the ground. Watch this. So if you're trying to get away, you can actually jump back. Oh, look at that. Now, it's going to be very hard for your opponent to get through all 3 of those blasts, especially for air-to-air. That's going to be a good tactic, because a lot of characters have air dashes, and if you just keep jumping back and doing that, you're going to prevent them from being able to do any kind of an offensive movement in the air, okay? Now, we've got the Zod charge, which is back, forward, and Y. And it's a quick slam that grounds your opponent. Now, if you meter burn that move, it adds a few... Oh, I didn't know what he was going to say. It adds a few additional hits and extra damage. Now, this move is cool for juggles. For example, we were just talking about how this move juggles, right? Well, watch this. Oh, I mistimed it, but you can actually use that to juggle. Oh, I did it way too early. Hold on. So there you go. It's a really fast-moving move. It moves across almost the entire screen, which I'll show you right here. We'll actually back all the way up. See that range? So you're talking about 3/4 of the screen Zod can rush and grab, which is really cool. And this move is actually very effective in combos, which I'm going to show you later, okay? Now Zod can also do it in the air. It's the same move, alright? So if I'm going to show you like a little juggle in the air here. Oops, try that again. As you can see, there it is. So it's actually a It's actually a follow-up to a combo. You could do it in midair, do a juggle, and I believe you can even do a jumping kick into it. Let's test that. Let's have the AI actually jump. Oops, that's block mode. Movement. Jump, there we go. Trying to see if you can cancel into it. Yup, see that? So I did a jumping attack and canceled into the air grab. Look at that. So it's actually, if you play Mortal Kombat, that's very similar to Raiden, and Mortal Kombat can actually do that as well. A jumping attack quickly into his push. So same thing with Zod, he can combo into the air grab, okay? Alright, now we got Ground Blast. Now this move is interesting, I'm going to show you why, but let's just do it first of all. So it looks similar to Superman's I-Beam, but it is by far very different, okay? First of all, the range. As you can see, it's a mid-range move. It doesn't spread out like Superman's I-Beam does, okay? So it's not going to cover the whole ground. If you're from far away, you're not going to be able to hit with it. Now, you can hold down the button, and Zod will actually charge the move. So let me show you that. It actually creates a ground bounce explosion. Alright? So if your opponent is not paying attention and they're not blocking low, it'll create a ground bounce situation that you can follow up on. Oops. There we go. Now, if you meter burn the move, it actually changes its properties. Let me show you. So if you meter burn the move, it becomes a multiple hit moving attack that will combo and actually create a juggle state afterwards. Let me show you again. And if it connects, you can immediately do that command grab, okay? Now, the thing about this move is that it is mid-range. And this is why I'm saying I think Zod is a really good zoning character. If you're close, it'll hit, but if you're too close, it won't. It'll actually completely bypass the character. And even if you meter burn it, oops, that would be a big problem if you do that. You're going to be wide open right in front of your opponent, and they are going to screw you up, alright? So you don't want to do that. You want to be very careful with this laser move, alright? Okay, he's got a couple more moves left. Let me show you this one. It's the Phantom Strike. Now this move is a mid-hitting move. As you can see, it actually has a little bit of range to it. It doesn't have to physically connect, but there's that blast wave that comes out of Zod's hand. That's what actually knocks back.
No one can help you.
Now that's the meter burn version of it, okay? And that's interesting too. And yes, you can combo this move. There you go.
No one can help you.
The only problem I see with this move, it knocks the enemy into the Phantom Zone, which is pretty cool. It's one of the parts of Zod's lore is that he was stuck in the Phantom Zone. One of the problems is it always knocks back. And it seems like you won't really be able to combo after it because Zod's either in recovery or it knocks your opponent too far back with the meter burn version where you can't really do anything. Alright? Now, I actually want to see if with the meter burn if I can cancel that into the ground bounce. Hold on.
No one can help you.
No, I can't. I can't even cancel it into the ground bounce move, which is that right there. So, really, I'm not seeing too much, I'm not really seeing too much use for that move. Some people are saying, ah, look at this. Alright, some people just gave me a tip. They said, you can actually change the ground laser's range. Alright, well, I just learned something. So, Zod, if you do the ground laser, but you hold back, the ground laser will actually be closer. And then if you do the ground laser, you can actually do full screen. Oops. Well, that's his maximum range, it looks like. So it's not really full screen. It's still about half screen, which is pretty good. I'm curious, can you do an EX meter burn that's different distances? Let's check that out. Yes, you can. So check that out. I wonder if you can do like a combo into it. I don't think so. Ah, look at that. You can, but you have to be careful because... Aha! Check that out. So you can do a couple hits into the ground laser and then create a combo after it. That's pretty neat. So let's check that out, actually. I was thinking you could maybe do a ground bounce afterwards. I don't know if that's going to work, though. Yeah, I think his wall bounce is too slow to actually set up after that. That's pretty interesting. Alright. So what is his last move? His last move is the General Parry, okay? And this is it. It's basically a parry move very similar to Batman's parry. So I'm going to see if I can actually get Joker to attack me and we can try that. Let's see here. Shit. Human. Record. Here we go. Alright, stop recording. There it is, the General Parry. Oh my god. Did it too early.
Swallow your shame.
Alright, so it's a general counter for a high attack that leads into an arm-breaking combination. Ouch. Okay, so let's have the AI go back to just standing. Okay. Now I'll... Alright, stop that! I said just stand, you asshole! There we go. Alright. Now I will show you his super move. Here it is. This is pretty cool. Boom! He knocks the opponent through the moon, and then fucking... pretty funny. And then actually, knocks him back to Earth with a laser blast. So it's pretty neat. Now the thing that's interesting about this super I want to show you again. It's an upward moving attack. Now I want to see if you can change direction. I don't think you can. No. So no matter what, it's going to move up. So it's pretty much an anti-air super, but you can also combo it with certain combos that juggle. Let me show you. Oops, that wasn't it. There you go. So there's certain combos that will lead into a situation where you can actually combo the super if you need to. Alright, pretty nice. Now, I also want to show you his trait before we actually go into his combos, okay? His trait is he summons a phantom from the Phantom Zone. Now watch this. So this phantom comes out, and for a limited time he's going to be out here on the screen, but as you see it's a very short period of time, at which then this little icon starts rebuilding itself at the bottom corner of the screen there. Once it's rebuilt, that means he can summon the phantom again. Now what you may have noticed is that it rebuilt itself fairly quickly, and unlike a lot of the people in the game, his trait recharges a lot faster than a lot of the others that I've seen, okay? Now, when you do it, basically this guy can attack in two different methods. If you just press the button again, he'll do a standard hit, okay? But if you do a motion, like I just did there, he'll do that command grab. So that's basically a fireball motion. I'll show you in the command screen what it is so that you understand. So there it is. See, Wraith grab. It's two motions, but basically the Wraith will grab your opponent and hold them in place for a second or two so you can dash up and you can basically hit them while they're vulnerable, okay? So it seems interesting that maybe you could do variations with this guy where you can mix up your opponent. Maybe try to cross up, try to hit. If they're blocking, call out the Wraith, have the Wraith grab them, right? So you can do something like this. Oh, it's blocking. Ah, not anymore. See what I mean? So it could be interesting if the Wraith's out and you try to attack, you can mix it up and have the Wraith try to grab or hit your opponent and they won't expect it, which is pretty neat, okay? So, one of the best things to obviously do if you do have this Wraith grab them is a wall bounce. Now, I charged it up too much there. Hold on. I'm going to do that again. His wall bounce is interesting. Look at it. Unlike a lot of other wall bounces, it actually doesn't even look like he's charging a wall bounce. It's very weird. It looks like he's like charging a kick or something, but it's then just turning a crazy wall bounce. So let's do that again. So, and then you can do a combo afterwards, obviously after the wall bounce, alright? Okay. So now, what we're going to do is show you some of his combos. And his combos are pretty interesting. Some of them are auto combos, which are kind of like what Aquaman has, where you could do a combination of moves into an auto throw. Some of his combos are a little bit different. So first of all, I'm going to show you a couple of his combos that are auto combos. So this one's X, X, Y, and then X and A together. So you saw what happened there. He hit 3 times and then an automatic grab. I didn't do the special move motion. All I did was hit X and A together, and he did an automatic grab. So what you can actually do is a follow-up to that. Watch this. Oh, I did a little bit too late. So you can actually do, after the first grab, you can do the actual motion for the special move and do the second grab, okay? So that's a pretty basic combo with Zod that you can do, and it's pretty neat. Now, let's see here. Zod actually has some variations of the combo that are like his X, X, down, and Y. Now that one hits low, so even if your opponent blocks the first 2 hits, it'll sweep your opponent. So if you're doing X, X, Y a lot, and you find your opponent's blocking it all, try to variate it with the ground version of it, okay? Now, he's got 2 really good kind of juggle starters that I've noticed. The first one is you do forward and Y, and then X, and then up and Y. Watch this. So what that does, it creates a juggle state. And remember, Zod has 2 moves that he can actually do in midair. So watch this. Oop, I messed up the motion. Hold on. So there you go. I was actually able to combo the air gun after that. Now we're going to do the air grab. Pretty neat, right? So that's his basic, you know, starter combo. Now, I think you could do probably some variations on it as well. I'm not sure if you can cancel it. No, you can't. See, because that 3rd hit, he's actually lifting off. But you can also do, I believe, A in place of the up plus Y. And if you do that, you can actually combo after that as well. Watch this. So you can actually cancel that into a special move as well. So you got 2 variations of that combo, just in case your opponent starts blocking one all the time, you can actually mix it up, okay? Now, he also has another juggle setup. Now, actually, one other thing I want to show you. You can actually, I believe, do the super. Oops. Ah, I screwed that up. I mistimed it. I'm trying to remember if you could do the super after the juggle or not. I want to test that. Let's see here. No, you can't, because he's in midair. And when he lands, he's already in recovery, so he can't do the super with that setup. Alright, that's what I wanted to test. And by the way, unlike Batgirl, no, he cannot do his super in midair. It almost seems like you might be able to, but you cannot. That's an important thing to know. Okay? Now. Oops. He has one other combo that I want to show you, and it's not with his stand. I accidentally called that Phantom out by accident. It's back plus Y and then A. Alright? And that creates a juggle state, after which you can actually follow up with another combo. See that? So you can actually do a jump in into that. Oh, I screwed it up because I crossed over. Leading to a pretty decent combo with no meter usage. But the other cool thing about that is that you can actually do the other combo that I just did after it. So watch this. See that? You can actually do the air juggle combo afterwards. And so you can actually do a special move in it for pretty decent damage. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. My fault. And it seems to me that certain characters are going to be easier to juggle than others. As you see, Joker, he's a lighter character, so he falls a little bit faster. I think that characters that juggle a little bit higher, it'll be easier. But some of the other characters may fall out of that combo. Damn it. See, there's a final hit to that combo that's not connecting. It's the A, the final A hit that I'm doing isn't working. So, it depends on where you are on the screen, but it actually, sometimes the character will fall out of it. So it's probably safer to do one of the other variation that I was doing. Watch. Something like that. It's probably a safer variation. pretty solid 22% damage, okay? Now, keep in mind, we already showed you that you can combo the laser. And the laser's really good in combos, so if you were to do... I don't think you can combo the laser there. I'm gonna double check to see if it is an air juggle or not. I don't think it is. Yeah, it doesn't. The laser has to actually be a combo of a ground combo, meaning the character has to be standing on the ground, it looks like, for it to hit, okay? See that? But if we do the Breeder Burn version... Look at that, I almost had another full combo there, which is pretty neat. I'm going to try that again. Oops! So I did the wrong version of the laser, and that's what's going to be the tricky part, I think, for Zod players, is getting the right version of the laser to come out and having it spaced properly that it's going to combo. Oh, I did not do that. Oops. I'm not doing that, but okay. Damn it, I gotta do the juggle after that. Let's try it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's not what I'm doing. Oh, my back plus Y did not come out. It's gonna be hard probably to get another hit after that. Let me see if we can combo. Ah, look at that. It can actually combo with itself. Although probably just standing X is easier. Alright, let's try this again. Once again, doing a combo I didn't do. Look at that. So there you go. In the corner, he was able to deal 31% damage with 1 meter burn. So that's kind of the basics of Zod and his combo ability. There's a couple different variations that can lead to interesting combos. I'm sure that there's going to be people that this week they'll find insane 100% combos with Zod. You know, this is just the basics tutorial. I'm not going that crazy with them, but I think we've pretty much now covered the basics. And what I'd like to do is go into arcade mode, ladder mode, classic ladder, and I'm going to try them out. So that's the basics of Zod. Thanks for watching, and come back to watch some of the ladder mode gameplay. Thanks.